Hello everybody, it's the Rating 425 here, bringing another video, and today we are going to be continuing our breakdown of the Miami Dolphins 2020 roster, this time with the offensive tackles. Before we get started, guys, make sure you hit that like button if you enjoy the video, and remember to subscribe for near daily Dolphins content. So, let's get into the video. I'm going to go ahead and pick and choose a few offensive linemen to talk about this video because as you can see by the screen, there's a lot on the team and many of them really won't have an impact in the season. So I want to kind of focus on some of the newer faces, some of the rookies, and guys I think will have a big impact on the team. Let's start off with Jesse Davis. So he moved from guard to tackle last season and he struggled early on. He really did. He struggled throughout the whole season, let's be honest. But I do think there was improvement from week 1 to week 17, which there should have been, but I think he did improve very well. Um, with the draft, with us drafting Robert Hunt in the second round, he could be our tackle, but I expect Jesse Davis to stay at tackle after the improvement that he showed last year. I saw on Twitter that he was reading books and things about how to be a better leader, Navy books, I think it was. So I think that he really wants to be a team leader. He cares about this team, and I expect him to be our starting right tackle in the future. And if he continues to prove a tackle like he did last season, we'll be in good shape there. Moving on to our first round pick number 18, I believe it was, Austin Jackson, tackle out of USC. Like I said, he was a first round pick for us, one of our three. Just watching some tape and some highlights on him. Some things I noticed were one, he has high energy. If you guys can know what I mean, he actually blocked a field goal in college as an offensive lineman, and there were plays where he would, beat one guy and then continue to move up the field, sprinting down the field in order to throw another block for his running back. That's stuff you like to see out of a young player. Shows that they really care about the game. Some things I noticed is he seemed pretty good at the run blocking when he is, in a stance, 3-point stance or whatever, and has to, shoot up quick and just meet a guy. He did actually really well, and he would, wouldn't get beat too often there. However, when he had to play like an NFL tackle play, shuffling his feet and getting out there to stop an edge rusher, it seemed like he was struggling a little bit. Uh, he would get beat pretty easily, or he'd get pushed back into the quarterback. He has a lot to learn there. He's only 20 years old, but you can't be getting pushed back or beat consistently as a tackle in the NFL. And if he starting left tackle day one, which I expect him to be, I expect a lot of sacks out of Austin Jackson, and I expect Dolphins fans to call him a bust after one season. But give him some time, he will improve. Moving on to our second round pick, guard. Even though he's put as a tackle here, I expect him to be playing right guard, Robert Hunt. After watching some highlights for him, it was clear to me that he was a better guard than he was a tackle. He's a dominant run blocker. He's powerful. And to me, I think he will end up being a better player than Austin Jackson, just from looking at how he played at Louisiana Lafayette. He's powerful. He played with a high motor, like I said, and I think he has a very high upside. Moving on to a guard we selected last year in the third round, Michael Dieter. Um, I saw on Twitter that the team is actually trying him out at center because Ted Karras, who I expect to be the starting center, is injured. So they wanted to try some guys out. They actually tried Jesse Davis out and Michael Dieter. I could see Michael Dieter being that guy if needed. I think we saw a little bit of improvement from him. He wasn't horrible. He wasn't the worst offensive lineman, but he wasn't the best offensive lineman on our team. Like I said, I think we saw improvement from everyone on the offensive line, even Julian Davenport. So I think that's good. And as a rookie, if you're improving, you're doing your job well. But we still need a lot more to see from him if he wants to be a starter on this team, which I don't expect him to be. I expect him to be a rotational piece because we signed Eric Flowers to a 3-year, $30 million contract. He signed with the Redskins last year in a prove-it deal. He switched from tackle to guard, so I don't know why it hasn't listed as a tackle here. He played pretty well. When I saw the 3-year, $30 million contract, it's an overpay, I think, and I think most of us can agree. But we needed the help badly on the offensive line, and having someone that we know will be a good starter is big. And he's still young at 26 years old. And you got to remember too, offensive linemen don't make it to free agency very often, so you're going to pay high money for average guys. If you need to drop offensive linemen and you need to re-sign them. Moving on to our final lineman I want to talk about here, Ted Karras. We signed him from the Patriots for a 1 year, $3 million deal. He's our Daniel Kilgore replacement who retired last season, and I expect him to be the starter at center if he is healthy. He should be a solid starter like he was for the Patriots. That's all I really have to say for the offensive line. It's not a glamour position. Um, I think this offensive line will have struggles, getting meshed together. We can expect four different starters on that offensive line. At least I do. At least three different starters, probably. So it's going to take a long time for them to mesh together. I expect a lot of sacks early on, a lot of pressure, very little holes. But this offensive line, I believe, will improve greatly as the season goes on and has a lot of upside, and it has me excited. But if Austin Jackson's getting beat on the edge, weeks 1, week 2, so on and so forth, don't give up on him. It's going to take some time, so we just need to be patient. And I think this line will really mesh together well, and I think we need to keep it together for a few years so that they can get some chemistry and stuff. If you look at the best offensive lines in the NFL, it is because they have that chemistry, and they've been together for a long time. So I think we need to get something like that started in Miami. We haven't had that in a long time. But let me know what you guys think about the offensive line. Do you think they'll be improved by last year? Who do you expect to be most improved? Who you think is our best offensive lineman at the moment? Did you like the Austin Jackson pick? Do you think we should have went somewhere else? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.